Thinking of moving to Canyon Country, California? This east side city of Santa Clarita might surprise you with some of the safest neighborhoods, staples in the Santa Clarita community, and brand new city developments. Today, we're taking you on a full neighborhood tour to see what it's really like living in Canyon Country. Stay tuned until the end as I'll bring you to an unexpected highlight you definitely don't want to miss. All right, guys, so before we get started on our Canyon Country tour, I wanted to bring you guys to a staple here in Santa Clarita, and it's located right here in Canyon Country. That's the Santa Clarita Sports Complex. So many things to do here. Bring your kids here to get some exercise, and so many programs to join. I still play in the men's basketball league in the indoor basketball area, but there's also free play where you can get a membership, and it's a couple bucks to go play basketball in there. There's volleyball games that happen in there too. Right across from there, there's a center where like different activities go on also. And then other highlights here, if you can see behind me, there is this aquatic center. So there's a competition pool where, you know, people train, swim, dive, and then also there's this little play area behind me too, which is cool for the little kids. There's water slides. You just make sure that you get a reservation from the city and get a ticket ahead of time, but you can enjoy that too. Super cool. And then so that was built in 2003, and then the skate park, the new skate park, was built in 2009. There was an older skate park right next to the gymnasium where the indoor basketball courts are, and it was smaller, and then they decided to tear that up. They put some outdoor basketball courts and volleyball courts out there, and then they moved the skate park over here down by the aquatic center, and now it's a 40,000 square foot skate park with rails, bowls, half pipes. I just saw some kids riding their scooters and the skateboards down there right now. So just wanted to bring you guys here again before we go on our neighborhood tour. I'm super proud to be from Canyon Country. My parents moved me here when I was 10 from Burbank. So let's get to our neighborhood tour. All right, we're gonna do this quick Google Map tour. I love doing these when I do my neighborhood tour so that when I'm on the ground in different neighborhoods, you have some perspective geographically as to where I am. A couple things I want to highlight. The Santa Clarita Sports Complex and Aquatic Center is right here to the west of Canyon Country. It's a staple here in all of Santa Clarita, and I'm so happy that it's right here in Canyon Country. In my full Santa Clarita city tour video, so make sure you go check that out, I mentioned that 3 of the top reasons why people move here to Santa Clarita are the safety, the academics, and the parks and recreation. So first off, the Parks and Recreation here, ParkServe ranked Santa Clarita top 50 in the United States for Parks and Recreation. As far as safety here in Canyon Country, the violent crime rate is 3 out of every 1,000 residences, and in Los Angeles, the average is around 5 out of every 1,000 residences. So about half of the violent crime that happens in other places here in Los Angeles. And then as far as the schools, Canyon High School is right here to about like the north. Obviously, there are other great schools scattered throughout, but I went to Canyon High School. Just going to highlight that real quick. Canyon High School averages about 2,000 students a year. They have a 98% graduation rate, which is top 5% in all of California. The diversity and the demographics of Canyon Country is the most diverse out of all of Santa Clarita, and that is demonstrated also in Canyon High School. About 77% of the students that go to Canyon High are minorities, so that's amazing. Also, 30% of the students that go to Canyon High School are enrolled in AP classes, so it's a great school to also prepare your child for college. The academics are great, but also the athletics are great at Canyon High School. One of my best friends that played on the boys basketball team at Canyon when we were in high school, he now teaches and coaches the boys basketball team at Canyon High School, and they just recently won a CIF Southern Section Division Championship. So congrats to him and his team. And then also when we were in high school, our football team won state So again, great school for academics, but also great for athletics if you're looking for that for your kid. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything about living in Los Angeles, California and surrounding suburbs, then subscribe below so you can be the first to know about the current market in Los Angeles, California. My name is Jed with Nextome, and my business partner and twin brother Carlo and I have lived in Los Angeles for most of our lives. We lived in San Diego and Orange County, but Los Angeles is definitely where we call home. We love helping people make the move to Los Angeles, so whether it's 12 days or 12 months, feel free to reach out to us. All of our contact info is in the description below, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Los Angeles. A couple highlights too. Costco is right down here to the south. So the Santa Clarita Costco is in Canyon Country right here, close to the freeway and, you know, pretty close to anywhere you live in Canyon Country. There's also the Sand Canyon Plaza here to the east. So Sand Canyon is one of the neighborhoods I'll actually be in, and to the south of the freeway actually. And so you can see the Sand Canyon Country Club here. There's a 27-hole golf course there. There are equestrian trails all throughout Sand Canyon, so that's awesome. And here in Sand Canyon, it's the opposite. Check out my Valencia neighborhood tour. I show you different neighborhoods there. And you see in Valencia, though, everyone's a little on top of each other. There are 4,000, 7,000 square foot lots in different places in Valencia. But here in Sand Canyon, you get like acres of land on your property. And some of them are small houses, some of them are multi-million-dollar mansions. And McMillan Ranch is a gated community. And I believe the highest price sale ever here in Santa Clarita in 2024 for $4 million or so was in Sand Canyon. So there are really nice homes here in Sand Canyon, and again, it's pretty spread out. The house I'll be visiting and showing you guys is upwards of about $1.9 million. The median price point in Sand Canyon is around $1.5 million or so. So pretty cool. That's in Canyon Country. But getting back to the Sand Canyon Plaza, as you can see, they're on the map. Their Sprouts is open, but currently right now during this video, you know, some of it is still under construction. So there is going to be a Juicy Mike Subs, a Habit Burger, a Chipotle, a Really Good Handles ice cream. Also, there's going to be some residences built there, which is pretty cool. There's going to be about 500 residences in total, about 119 single families. There's going to be an 85,000 square foot assisted living facility with about 140 beds. So some pretty mixed housing there, amongst also this really cool new plaza there. We're also going to be in the Stonecrest neighborhood. That's even more east of the Sand Canyon Plaza that I just highlighted. And what's cool about Stonecrest and Sand Canyon is Canyon Country is already the east city, the furthest east city in all of Santa Clarita. And Stonecrest and Sand Canyon are the furthest east neighborhoods in all of Canyon Country. So I wanted to highlight that, first of all, because in Stonecrest is where I grew up, actually, since I was 10, and that my parents still live there. But also, you'll see between Sand Canyon and the Stonecrest area is about 3-4 miles of just residential. So there's this sense of privacy and seclusion that pretty much the only people that go over there are visitors or just people that live there. And so I think that's really cool, and that's why I wanted to highlight that. I'm also going to be in Fair Oaks Ranch right here to the west of Sand Canyon, to the south of the 14 freeway. Yeah, by the way, the 14 freeway is one of the freeways that runs through Santa Clarita. So that's this one I'm highlighting here. And it runs south towards the 5 freeway. So it connects to the 5 freeway, and the 5 freeway is how you get to Los Angeles City. But anywhere in Canyon Country, pretty much you have pretty good access to the freeway here. And then when you go north on the 14, it heads up to the Antelope Valley, the Mojave Desert, cities like Palmdale, places like that. But getting back to Fair Oaks Ranch, the median price home in Fair Oaks Ranch is around $850,000 or so. The house I will be highlighting is larger at around over 3,000 square feet, so it is going to be over $1 million. But the median price point in Fair Oaks Ranch is around that 850,000. It was built around the late 1990s, early 2000s. Stonecrest was built around that time, late 90s, early 2000s also. So the price points in those two neighborhoods are pretty similar. And then lastly, I'll be at the White Canyon neighborhood up here to the north of Canyon. All the neighborhoods around Canyon High School are actually some of the older neighborhoods in all of Santa Clarita and of Canyon Country. The neighborhood I'll be in was built in around the 1970s, and it's actually at a lower price point than the other neighborhoods that I'm bringing you to in Canyon Country. White's Canyon neighborhood are around 650,000, and the home I actually bring you to is going to be around 800,000. But I wanted to highlight that one because it shows that the median price point around 650,000. Good for maybe a starter home, or if you're trying to downsize, or if you're an investor also looking to kind of buy something that's at a lower price point. You can put your own personal touches as a homeowner, or if you wanted to flip it as an investor and appreciate the value. The home I'm visiting again is fixed up. There are new solar panels, new laminate flooring, just updates to the house, and it's listed at 800,000 now. So that's why I wanted to visit that neighborhood for you guys, and I'm excited to take you around the town, and I think it's time to go hit the road. All right, guys, we're at our Sand Canyon stop of our Canyon Country tour, and we're in front of 16161 Sky Ranch Road. This is obviously a pretty large house. It's a 5-bed, 4-bath, 3,300 square foot house on a 2.25 acre lot. So that's pretty typical here in Sand Canyon. There are obviously smaller homes, but there are also larger homes here. There's McMillan Ranch here in Sand Canyon. That's a gated community. There are homes there that are more expensive than this. I think the highest sold property here in Sand Canyon was just this year at $4 million. Well, this one is listed at $1.895 million currently. And so it has a separate entrance, like a separate driveway in case you have guests or need a separate, studio for family member, in-law, something like that. I just want to also show you this private driveway. This is Sky Ranch Road. So this is also typical here in Sand Canyon. You don't, I'll show you this. This is the driveway. This is the garage. Really unique here in Santa Clarita. Like I said, it's on the east side of Santa Clarita, and the east side of Canyon Country, and Canyon Country is on the east side of Santa Clarita. And in Valencia, you get these like 4,000 or 7,000 square foot lots. Nice homes, newer homes. This was built in 1990, but again, like there's more character out here in Sand Canyon. It's similar to like Agua Dulce and Acton. That's a little further east also. Those aren't actually part of Santa Clarita. They're considered Santa Clarita Valley, but they're actually part of LA County. They're unincorporated in Santa Clarita. Just wanted to bring you out here to Sand Canyon, and we're off to our next stop. If this is your first time to our channel and want to know everything about living in Los Angeles, California and surrounding suburbs, then subscribe below so you can be the first to know about the current market in Los Angeles, California. All right, guys, we're in our Stonecrest stop of our Canyon Country neighborhood tour. This is 14211 Sequoia Road. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath, 2,000 square foot house on an 11,000 square foot lot compared to other houses here in Santa Clarita. Not as big as, say, acres of land in Sand Canyon, but I brought you here too because it's a 1-story house. It's listed at $950,000. And so I want also, this is still a really nice neighborhood. There's no HOA for that house and in this tract that I'm in right now, but people keep up with their properties. There is a $200 HOA up the hill over here. Those houses are a little newer. They were built in the early 2000s. This house was built in 1998. So this community was built you know, between the late 1990s and early 2000s. And again, I brought you out here because this is a pretty simple house. You know, this is something that is a little more affordable again than a $2 million house in Sand Canyon, and it's still nice. You know, it's not like the houses in Valencia either. A lot of the houses over there are over $1 million for a house like this. It's in Valencia. Over here, we're on the very east side of all of Santa Clarita. As a matter of fact, this is the most furthest east side of Santa Clarita, and is 3 to 5 miles of just Soledad Canyon Road over to Sand Canyon, where I was earlier in this tour. And there's no retail or restaurants or anything in between there. It's only residential, meaning it's very secluded from everything, and that's why I like it. It's very private. It's a very quiet community. I actually grew up in this community between junior high and high school, so I wanted to bring you out here. I'm super proud of my neighborhood, and we're off to the next stop. All right, it's lunchtime and I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd bring you guys to one of the staples here in Canyon Country and all of Santa Clarita. We're at Tiny Submarine Sandwiches. This business opened in 1975. It's family and women owned, by the way. I think the mom and the daughters still work here pretty much every day. Every time I come, they're still here. So I just wanted to bring you out here because I felt like I had to if we're doing a Canyon Country neighborhood tour. My best friend lives in Atlanta right now, and every time he comes home, we make it a point to try and make it here and get a turkey sandwich or a cold cut. And it just brings a nostalgia back every time I'm here. Even right now, we would get out from basketball practice in junior high and high school and come over here, get a sandwich. They have little soft serve ice cream cones. So I think I'm gonna get that both right now, and I'll see you guys inside. As you walk into Tiny Subs, it still has that vintage feel from 1975 when they first opened, and they even have pinball machines and video games to the side. When you look at the menu, it's not a digital menu board. It's still that old school menu board they still have from when they opened. My business partner and twin brother Carlo met me for lunch actually. He got the Tiny Sub with the mortadella and roast beef. I got the turkey, and each sub comes with mayo, mustard, onions, lettuce, tomatoes, oil, vinegar, unless you ask otherwise. We get all of it with the pickles on the side. It's so good. If you ever try Tiny's, let me know what you think in the comments. All right, guys, we're at our White's Canyon stop in our Canyon Country tour, and what you have behind me is 18917 Cabral Street. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square foot house on a 10,000 square foot lot, and it's listed at $800,000. The median price point around this area is around $650,000, and so obviously it's above the median price point, but you can see it's got nice updates on the front. It's nicely painted, newly painted, newer roof, electrical and AC. When you also look on the inside, there's been some updates like to the flooring. There's laminate flooring. The kitchen is redone with shaker cabinets and nice stainless steel appliances. So I brought you up here too because obviously it's a little older neighborhood than what we've seen today. This neighborhood was built in the late 1960s. The house I just showed you at 18917 was built in 1968. So I just wanted to bring you to an older neighborhood because I wanted to show you where maybe you can get an older house and kind of make it your own. You can get a house for around 600, 650,000, modest size at around 1,600, 1,800 square feet, and make it your own with your own touch and your own character. This is also a great area because it's right up the street from Canyon High School, which is where I went to. It's an award-winning high school. It's also up the street from Sierra Vista Junior High School. So it's a great neighborhood for, you know, those with smaller families or want something to downsize into also. And down the street off White's in Soledad Canyon is a ton of restaurants and shopping. There's a Buffalo Wild Wings, there's a Jersey Mike's, of course, because I said there's a Jersey Mike's everywhere here, which is great. There's a charcoal Korean barbecue, which I actually almost went to instead of Tiny's, but I had to show you Tiny's today if I'm doing a Canyon Country neighborhood tour, but I love my Korean barbecue. And there's grocery stores, you know, Food for Less, and other stores. The Costco is only 5 minutes away from this location. So again, I wanted to bring you out here. Older neighborhood, but still this house is great. It could be a good starter house, it could be a good downsize house, and you can find things at a lower price point and something maybe a little smaller. But yeah, this is a great neighborhood, and we're on to our next stop. All right, guys, we're at our Fair Oaks Ranch community stop of our Canyon Country neighborhood tour, and I'm in front of 26442 Puffin Place. This is a pretty large house. It's a 5-bed, 4-bath, 3,300 square foot home on a 9,600 square foot lot. It's got a beautiful backyard with a pool and a spa. The finishes inside are also very nice. It's a nice contemporary house, and you know, I wanted to show you this too because there's only $134 HOA in this neighborhood, and look at the neighborhood. I mean, this neighborhood was built in late 1990s. I mean, that house was built in 1999. So this whole community was built in the early 2000s, and it's so nice here. It's really close, just around the corner is the Golden Valley Shopping Plaza. So there's a Target, a Lowe's, a Kohl's, and then several restaurants like a Jersey Mike's again. There's a Tomato Joe's Pizza, a really good pizza spot. And then it's right next to Golden Valley High School. Golden Valley High School was just built in 2004. And so it's like the newest, or one of the newest with Rest Ranch high schools in the William S. Hart School District. The median price home here is around $900,000 or so. So the house behind me at Puffin Place is pretty large, but just wanted to bring you here to give you another price point, another view of a neighborhood here in Canyon Country. I told you we're gonna save the best for last, a surprise of the city, a hidden gem, and we're gonna head over there right now. Let's go. All right, guys, we're at the end of our Canyon Country neighborhood tour, and I told you I'd bring you somewhere special, and here we are. This is Todd Longshore Park, up White's Canyon. You can see Canyon High School down the hill there. That's where I went to high school, and I just wanted to bring you here because look at the view. Imagine coming up here at sunset and getting a view of the entire valley, and it's named after Todd Longshore, who was an endeared member of our community. I played flag football with his younger son Ben, and his older brother went to Cal Berkeley to play football. So again, just a tight-knit community here in Santa Clarita and here in Canyon Country. You can see the playground behind me. There's kids back there right now. There's a dad and a son playing baseball. I just wanted to bring you out here. Remember Todd Longshore Park when you're here in Canyon Country. Come visit it. Come get the view of Canyon Country. And I had a ton of fun today with you guys in our Canyon Country neighborhood tour. Make sure to check out my other videos on Valencia and in Santa Clarita and all over Los Angeles. And so that concludes our complete neighborhood tour of Canyon Country. I hope you had as much fun as I did. We hope you now have a good feel and idea of the city I call home. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get the inside scoop on the best suburbs in Los Angeles, California. All of our contact info is in the description below, and we'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Los Angeles, California. Till next time, guys.